Radio. Yo. Vic XL. And just like that, once again, it's on.
And just like that, once again, it's on. What's up, world? It's your boy Vic XL, and this is the Ridin Durty show, where we bring you what's next in hip-hop and R&B now. We're bridging the gap between hip-hop and everyday life. Man, I gotta say what's up to my WRFG FM family. What's up to my Beat Break Radio FM family. What's up to all my Facebook Live people on the check-in, man. I'm definitely glad. Y'all could be doing anything else right now on this Friday the 13th, but you're rocking with your boy Vic XL, and I appreciate and love you for just that. Now, this very show that you're listening to, whether you're listening to it live on Blogtalk Radio, or whether you're listening to it, the replay on Beat Break Radio FM, Mixcloud, SoundCloud, iTunes, however you're listening to this show, it's brought to you by the good people at Dr. Juice Cleanse. That's right, Dr. Juice Cleanse, an all-natural cleanser. An all-natural cleanser that promises to do all kind of amazing, great things for your body, like slow down the aging process, like help provide stress relief, like remove mucus and toxins out of your body, like provide pH balance, and one of my favorite things it does for you is it helps you lose up to 25 pounds in just 10 days. Now, we're in the midst of the hot summer, and a lot of us want to get bikini fine for the summertime. Well, you know what? Get on that Dr. Juice Cleanse. Get on that strict Dr. Juice Cleanse. Don't play around with it. Get on it really good, and you can drop the weight you want to lose for the summertime, so you can hit that beach. You know what I'm saying? Now, but don't just take my word for it. What I want you to do is go check out Dr. Juice Cleanse at drjuicecleanse.com. All right? drjuicecleanse.com. Find out about the product, find out about what's going on with it, and become a drinker and start feeling better right now. All right? Right now. And tell me, boy, Vic XL and the Ridin Durty show sent you. All right? I definitely appreciate that. All right, it's birthday time. I got to say happy birthday to my man of the Saint Lunatics, my man Ali. He turns 46 years old today. Also got to say happy birthday to East Coast rapper, my man Saigon. Saigon turns 41 years old today. Actually, Saigon, man, is a very dope MC who, to me, never ever got a chance to hit the plateau that I feel like he should have hit. Also, man, gotta say happy birthday to my man Rich the Kid. Don't need another woman. Plugged out. Plug walk. One time, my man Rich the Kid, he turns 26 years old today. He's definitely doing executive things. Man, he has a platinum album out there. A lot of y'all don't even know who the hell Rich the Kid was. I remember when they said Rich the Kid was like a glorified hype man. Well, joke's on you. He's out there signing cats. He's got a platinum album, and he's got hit records. And you know what? Y'all tried to rob him. Y'all can't stop him. It's his birthday, and he's definitely doing his thing. So, again, happy birthday to my man Rich the Kid. Also, since I'm an LA Dodger fan, I got to say happy birthday to LA Dodger, last year Rookie of the Year, Mr. Cody Bellinger, having an awesome year. 17 home runs for the first place LA Dodgers. You know, happy birthday to my man Cody Bellinger. Let's see what else we got going on my celebrity birthday list. I don't have a lot going on today. Let's see anybody else I need to mention on this Friday the 13th of July. Oh, gotta say happy birthday to a former member of one of my favorite comic duos, Cheech and Chong. Happy birthday to Mr. Cheech Marin. He turns 72 years old today. So happy birthday to Cheech. And you know what? I'm checking out my Facebook, and I gotta say happy birthday to the mother of my man Butch Loke, the Blockster. Happy birthday to Miss Stephanie Whitehead. Happy birthday, Mom. You got a great son, my man Butch Loke out there. All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, that's my celebrity birthdays for you. And let's see what we got going on in hip-hop news, man. You know what? Bad news from my man Tekashi 6ix9ine. His bail has been denied. You know what? I take that back. I'm breaking news. As I'm about to report, his bail was denied. His lawyer has worked a miracle, and they have got Tekashi 6ix9ine off of Rikers Island. Off of Rikers Island. So Tekashi 6ix9ine will be coming home soon. All right? I was about to say his bail was denied, and I'm sitting here checking my news report, and my man is finna be out of there. All right? So, you know what, Tekashi? When you get home, do not be putting your hand on no minors. All right? Don't be choking no minors. No matter what they say to you, what they do to you, don't let them provoke you and get you locked up and get you off your dean and mess up your money. All right? All right. Man, you know what? The world's going crazy. My man Drake has a brand new album, Scorpion, and the world is doing this hashtag In My Feelings challenge. Well, you know what? Drake has proclaimed and announced after over 2.5 million people hashtagged and tweeted the In My Feelings challenge. Drake says the official winner is my man, Will Smith. He crowned Will Smith the overachiever and the winner of the In My Feelings challenge. My man Will Smith climbed a damn bridge and danced on top of the bridge. For real? Will Smith, you know what? I ain't gonna say Will Smith, you're doing too much. I'm gonna say Will Smith, that's what it is when you rich as hell. And you can just go outside and climb a bridge. No police stop you, no nothing. Nothing at all. My man climbed the bridge and up there dancing. Hey, Will, I ain't mad at you, boy. If I was that rich, I'd climb a bridge and dance too. All right, bad news for rapper YG. YG has been arrested and charged with felony robbery for stealing somebody's $3,000 to $9,000 pendant. YG, what in the hell? You was just on the BET Awards. Now, why are you out here stealing pendants? Huh? But we're going to say allegedly. But you are arrested. That's not alleged. But allegedly you done this. Hopefully you'll be cleared of all charges and exonerated. And, you know, because YG, you're doing real good right now. And it's not a good time to be going to jail, bro. I'm just going to say, you're at the top of your game. It's not a good time to be going to jail. All right? All right. So, man, you know what? Again, I got to say this. I'm going to say this until the basketball season starts. Welcome to my man, LeBron James, to the LA Lakers. I'm feeling really, really good. No, I'm not going to be one of these crazy fanatic fans that say we're going to win a championship, but I'm glad my man, LeBron James, is a LA Laker. All right now, ladies and gentlemen, I gave y'all a little news. I gave y'all a little birthdays, and I gave you sponsors. Now it's time for me to give y'all what I like giving y'all best. And what I like giving y'all best and what I like giving y'all most is giving y'all the voice of the people. The people are in our community doing their thing. And today is no different. You understand me? Today is no different from any other day on the Ridin Durty show. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I want y'all to get very, very close to your listening device, whether it's your computer, your phone, or it's your radio. And check out my man, as we welcome Mr. Samuel Singz to the Ridin Durty show. How you doing today, sir?
I'm doing good, sir. How are you?
Man, I'm a little winded. You know, when I go through my intro, you know, I'm getting older and I get a little tired, but I'm doing good, man. A little rainy Georgia weather here, and you know, hey, man, I couldn't be better. And now that you're on the show, I know it's going to get exciting.
Yeah, it was good. And you know about that, In My Feelings challenge, I started video Will Smith deserved #1 because he was in Budapest and climbed a building, like in Budapest, the country. So I don't know if anybody actually did that, but I think that's why he got #1 for winning that video.
You know what? If I was in Budapest and I climbed a building in Budapest, they would lock my broke Budapest butt up, and it'll be the in jail challenge.
I know. I know. Only, you know, certain I think it's the A-listers members can get away with that.
Right. you are most that's right. So you know what? Let's get into this Samuel Singz story, man. We got about 20 minutes, and we're gonna give it to the people. The first thing I gotta ask: where is Samuel Singz from?
So I'm from a small town called Smithfield, North Carolina, with 2 gas stations, 1 stoplight. Real friendly people, very hospitable, very nice. You know, both of my parents had them in my life, and so yeah, so that's, you know, from there, man, I lived in New York City for about 7 years. Did some training there, and did some shows there, but now I'm based out of Los Angeles, California.
All right. First of all, I gotta ask: being from North Carolina, at any point in time, were you out there waving your shirt around your head like a helicopter?
You know what? I'm gonna say this. Like, I love anybody that's from North Carolina. And the thing I love about being from Carolina is not the fact that we had one of the greatest basketball players of all time, Michael Jordan. From there, we have Tar Heels. But other than that, I would have to say, like, the people there are just so genuine, so hospitable. You know, when you travel a lot and you go to different cities and you travel, you know, across the country, like, you really get a chance to experience, like, different environments. And I would say, like, North Carolina people are some of the most genuine people that I have ever met, and I love it.
All right. What was it like growing up in North Carolina? You definitely mentioned that you're well traveled, but what was it like growing up in North Carolina? Like, what were some of your experiences, and when did you realize that you actually wanted to get in the music business and let that voice be heard?
Well, I think my parents, and I think, you know, people that my friends kind of knew that I had a gift, you know, singing. I was in Showcase of Stars, performed like that in front of 200 people, and I had the lead role for that. You know, started out singing in church, you know, so, you know, church was going to church and you know, being a part of church was a very big part of my life. You know, even still to this day, like, when I go back, I have to see, you know, my church family and people, you know, that, you know, a lot of people that I grew up with, or, you know, some of them are really still, like, dedicated followers, you know, of my music and everything. But yeah, I mean, you know, it was one of those things where you say, yes, sir, no, ma'am, like that's built within, you know, the whole environment of, like, living in the South and particularly North Carolina. But yeah, I mean, you know, I had big dreams, I had big goals, that I knew that, you know, just being in that town, you know, was great, but I wanted to do bigger things. I wanted to go, you know, I really wanted to use my gift, my talent, and just really, you know, reach the world with that. So.
All right. When did you realize, like, that, you know what, I have a God-given talent and I'm going to pursue this thing? At what age or at what point in your life you decided, like, you know what, I got to take this very serious?
Well, I guess I realized it at around 12. Right around that age, you know, I realized it, but it wasn't until I actually, even want to say, pursued it, was around my late 20s. Like, right around that time was when I was like, you know what, like, I really, like, this is something that, you know, I really feel that I need to do this, and that this needs to be, like, a part of, like, my life. Like, you know, just being able to, you know, to write my own plays, being able to write my own music, being able to produce my own shows, like, being able to do that. And I feel like, you know, it wasn't until about 5.5, 6 years ago where I was like, you know what, I want to take it another level. I want to work with the best. I want to, you know, if not get signed to a major label, build my own label, you know, so it can have the same accreditation, the same, you know, value, and making this kind of putting out the same numbers as major labels. So yeah, so I mean, I think it was different levels, but I would have to say, you know, that it was, you know, right around my late 20s when I was like, you know what, I'm really going to take this to another level.
Okay. I can definitely dig it. Do you remember what you feel like that break was for you? Because you're definitely doing some major things. What was that break for you that you're like, you know what, woo, I'm in there? And who are some of your influences in the music business?
Wow. So I think, you know, for me, it was recently, you know, the album that I have coming out is now considered for the Grammys for 2019. And you know, it took me some time. When I moved to LA, I didn't know anybody. I didn't know anything about the music industry. Didn't know anything about, you know, or any of that. But it took me some time to really get my roots. And now, you know, I have producers who are, you know, connected to Universal Atlantic Records, you know, who want to work with me. You know, I recently ran into Eric Bellinger not too long ago in LA, you know, a couple of weeks ago, and he's one of my, you know, personal favorites who I really love his sound, love his music. You know, him along with Usher, you know, because I grew up from the 90s, so like, you know, so I remember, you know, I just wanna take it nice and slow. You know, that whole, like, you know, album that came out, which just destroyed, and in a way it actually turned the whole entire R&B sound around. Yeah, and I'll have to say Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson is definitely in my top 5 of influences who still like, you know, are influencing me today, because, you know, when you listen to my latest work that I'm putting out now, it's a very 70s, 80s kind of funk, Michael Jackson, you know, a sound to it. Simply because, you know, I want to go against what the radio is necessarily playing. I like to be able to kind of, you know, bring out that unique sound, that sound that you don't hear, but people just love it, no matter, you know, what the age group, or no matter, you know, what the diversity of the audience is.
All right, definitely. So that leads me to ask you this question. All right, because you say your music definitely have a 70s, 80s feel. How do you feel about today's R&B?
You know what? I feel like I don't knock it. I feel like today's R&B, there are certain artists who are doing, like, they're trying in a sense of trying to do their own thing, but at the same time they're reflecting back to some of the 90s feel. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you listen to some of the latest artists, you know, you have like Daniel Caesar. You know, if you listen to Neo's latest project, you listen to Bruno Mars and 24K, like you have those artists who are like, you know what, like, I don't necessarily have to rap, sing, all in the same album to make for it to be a hit, for people to love it. I can stay original, I can stay true to myself, along with share the same respect that the 80s and the 90s, you know, and the 70s, like that type of feeling. So, you know, I feel like, you know, it's a new day. Like, you have a lot of artists who are like, they're not going with the necessarily, or with the usual trend. You know, they're doing their own thing, and they're making history doing it. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely. You've mentioned Michael Jackson. Do you remember where you were and how you felt when they announced Michael Jackson had died?
Yeah, I do. I was actually in New York City, and I was actually in Spanish Harlem, and I was in a grocery store, and it was on the radio. And when one of the guys said, "Oh, Michael Jackson just died," I thought it was like, "Nah, he ain't died. Like, he ain't like that guy. Like he probably like is on his deathbed, but he ain't like dead yet." Not the Michael. And I'm telling you, like, that whole like day was like so shocking. Like, I'll never forget it, you know. And even that whole week, like, you can go down to Harlem and you could see all the ribbons and all the flowers of people that had left at the Apollo where Michael had performed. You know, it was truly like amazing, because, you know, I think we all have been guilty of saying this about Michael crazy, or Michael this, you know, but deep down inside, we all love what he brought, and would never forget what he brought, you know, to the music industry, and just as an artist and as a performer, how he changed things so dramatically. So, like, that love that we had for him, like, really, you know, was it was genuine, and to see, like, you know, someone to respect and really, you know, see all that love come from all over the world. I'm saying all over the world, like, was truly, like, I mean, it was a mark that I would never forget.
Okay. All right. Now, let's talk a little bit about your career, because your career is over 10 years long. You've performed at several BET after parties, festivals. Like, your list of accomplishments are definitely in there when it comes to independent artists. At this point in your career, what do you feel like the moment that you're the most proud of?
I would say the record that I just recently released called Mama Song, which is being considered for for the whole project being considered for a Grammy. And not that it's Grammy nominated yet, but the fact that the project itself has been considered is a milestone, you know, for me, once again, coming from a small town. But I've always been a big dreamer. And in the song, I just talk about, you know, like the breakdown of like growing up, you know, having my mother there, in times where, I think, a lot of young people need their parents, and they need someone, to be there, to support them, and how, my mother was a strong Black woman at the same time. Like, she held her own ground, you know what I'm saying? She always taught me to believe, and to dream big, and so to do a song and now to be able to, like, go on tour this fall and perform that song in front of hundreds and thousands of people, I feel it's like a thank you to her, saying, you know what, like this is my gift. This is my way of saying, that I love you, and that, because at the end of the day, like, with all the awards and the money that you make doing shows, like, nothing can quite compare, to the things that you can give to those who help you get to where you are, today. So yeah, so to me, that, and then, hopefully being able to take her to the Grammys is another, goal that I have.
Definitely. So you're currently on a 12-city tour. Tell me a little bit about this tour, some of the places you're going, and what's it been like so far?
So currently the tour hasn't officially begun. We're doing a couple of cities. Like tonight, I'm calling you because I'm in Las Vegas. So I'm doing a show tonight at Stateside Lounge. So if you are in Las Vegas and you're listening, you should come out to the show. It is not a ticket show. It is already covered. You get to see me, meet me, shake hands, listen to some other phenomenal artists that's on the bill, but I'm headlining the show, and that's at Stateside Lounge here in Las Vegas. But yeah, after that, I do an album release party in Seattle, Washington. And then I go back to Los Angeles to do my full album release party. And then I go on my 12-city tour. So we're going to be going to San Francisco, going to Charlotte, going to Orlando, going to Miami. Going to Atlanta. I do Atlanta in September. Going to come through New York. Later on in the fall. So that's one of the cities that we have, and then I'm going to the UK and going to Australia. Like, those are foreign countries that we got on lock right now.
All right. What's it like knowing that you're going to be in these areas and people are waiting your arrival? Can you already feel the love? Are you reaching out to fans in those areas to let them know you're coming? Like, what, man? I guess what's it like, man, being on a tour? Like, that's amazing.
So you know what? It's one of the things where, like, is you love it, and then, like, there's a side of it that you dread it, because when you're on a tour, when you're on the road, you're not in your own bed. First of all, what I'm saying. So that after a while, can get a little old. But when you get a chance to actually be out there and you meet the fans and you shake people's necks and you be able to, like, connect with people, and people can see, oh, this guy right here, like, he's the real deal. Like I like the dude, like, I actually seen him, like, up close and in person, and then for them to to hear your music and to be familiar with your music and to know some of your songs, that's a whole nother level. And not being signed to a major label, it's a little more difficult for independent artists, but once you kind of get that ball rolling, and once that ball is rolling, you don't ever want it to stop, because, you have guys like Chance, who literally, have kept that ball rolling to the point to where, he's, like, making history, and people are like, wow, like, like, what's the use of me, like, being connected to a major label whenever, this person has a whole team around them? And I think that's the key thing, is being able to build your team, because like, when you travel a lot, you're not always around your friends and your family, those you hang out with. So you want to be able to have, some of those people that are close with you, and the people that are, that are after your best interest in mind, but I love it, man, because I love traveling, and I love singing. So when you get a chance to do those and put them together, and then also make money from it, like, it's a win-win situation.
All right. What's the hardest part for you about being an independent artist?
Wow. I would probably say getting people to listen. Because the thing about it is, when you're independent, you have to, it's kind of grassroots. So you have to build your core. You have to build your fan base from the ground up. When you're signed, you guarantee that they're going to put you, out on the major, networks. You're going to, get some air TV time. Like you're going to get a push from the radio. And I would say that's probably one of the toughest things. But once you kind of gain people to listen to your stuff and to really follow you and to really dig you, it knocks down every other wall and every other barrier. And that's one of the things which is where, I'm at now, you know what I'm saying? I mean, but once again, like it takes time, and once you put in the time and you put in the work, you're going to see the results. And I love the fact of being that way because, I started my own label, and being able to now soon have the decision to sign other artists and to bring other artists in the game, it gives you more of the power move to be able to make your own deals and to make your own schedule and to be able to make your own calls. And I feel like that's the freedom at the end that a lot of artists want, but they're not willing to go through the process of getting there. But if I tell every artist, if you're willing to put in that time and put in that work and those long hours and do that, like you're going to reap the results and you're going to reap the other side of it. I would have to say like getting people to hear you is probably one of the most difficult things of being an independent artist.
All right. Now, being that you launched your own label, what do you think you'll be looking for when you're looking for talent?
The drive, the hunger. Yeah, I mean, because a lot of people are very talented, but not a lot of people have that drive, that's willing to stay in the studio till 4 o'clock in the morning, who's willing to redo the shoot and redo it till it's right. They're not willing to give 120% before 5 people versus 5,000 people. You know what I'm saying? Because what you do with that little is going to determine how you're going to do when that much comes. What you do with that $50 or that $500 gig is going to turn how you move with that $5,000, that $50,000 contract. You know what I'm saying? So the drive is really what I look for, is that hunger. And when I see the hunger and I see that that this person's really they're putting in the time and the effort and they're really connecting to the people, that are supporting them, then that's enough to make, me be hey, let's rock with this person. Let's really, let's build something together. And I'm willing to put time and put effort and put money behind that.
That's incredible. That's incredible. So look, we got a couple minutes left in the show. I definitely want to end the show
90 seconds.
End the show off with the record. But before we do, I want you to let everybody know how can they find you and any of your previous releases via the World Wide Web.
Cool, awesome. Well, first of all, I want to say thank you for this opportunity, my brother. I have become a fan on Instagram and following you, so you got that from me. You guys can follow me through Instagram, Samuel Singz, so that's Samuel and then Singz,
60 seconds.
My Spotify is the same, Samuel Singz. Facebook, add me. I will add you. I try to respond back to every message, every reply that I can until it's too many. But yeah, I mean, that's the best way. My website is samuelsingz.com. And if you just Google that in, regardless of what you're on, you'll be able to find my work.
All right, now,
and my tour dates too.
Now, do me one big favor, because I have a very lovely listener who has been supporting me for years. Her name is Miss Extra, and can I please put you on the spot by singing her happy birthday, because today is her birthday.
Oh, what's her name again?
10 seconds.
Miss Extra.
Miss Extra.
Because she always gives an extra effort.
I was wondering. I'm like, her mama there. Okay, cool. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to Miss Extra. Happy birthday to you and many more.
That was dope. That was dope. Now do me one last favor and introduce this record to the world.
So this record right here is off my latest album, which is dropping this month. Hopefully it can get the same amount of love as Drake Scorpion. But this record right now is called Hold On.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's Mr. Samuel Singz. Samuel Singz, break a leg on that tour, sir, and do your thing tonight.
Thank you so much, my brother. Love you guys. I see you, baby.
I see you, baby.
Hey there, will you finally step? Hold on. I say hold on. Hey there, will you finally step? I say hold on. Hold on. Hold on. This time I wanna see you. Get out of your seat and let your head down. Let your head down. Bring it down like Chris Brown on the beat. Yeah. To all my ladies, yeah ladies, this moment is gonna make you better. So much better. You're my brother, you're my fella. Sometimes don't last that long. To make man, that light will shine in me weather. So good, like a milkshake at a movie, like a late night snack while you're hopping. So good, cruising downtown in my 1950 Chevy, playing this song. I said, hold on, like a tight club fit, like chapstick on the lip. Everyone in the house turn around and say, hold on, like a tight club fit, like chapstick on the lip. Everyone in the house turn around and say, hold on. I say, seasons come and go. The good part about it, we moving up. Moving up. Now let the hands talk. Let them talk. Don't matter. We gon' walk. Keep winning like Khaled. Stay clean like Head and Shoulders. I tell you, I feel you. Yeah, I said hold on, like a tight glove. Hold on. Chapstick on the lip. Everyone in the house turn around and say, listen, hold on. I said hold on, like a tight glove fit, like chapstick on the lip. Everyone in the house turn around and say, listen.
One time, my man Samuel Singz, right here on the Ridin Durty Show. You know what? We'll be back. We got a special edition tomorrow coming to you at 3 p.m. All right? It's your boy, Vic XL. Ridin Durty Show. We gone. We out. Peace. See you later. Bye. Gone.